and welcome. I'm Lanice Barnett, Senior Vice President of Marketing at Sonny's. Today, we're excited to talk to you about Sonny's acquisition of WashMetrix, a powerful platform that has helped car wash operators gain deeper insights into their business. Joining me for this conversation are Rex Womble, co-founder of WashMetrix, and Eashwer Srinivasan, our Chief Technology Officer here at Sonny's. Together, we'll explore what this means for operators and how it accelerates the vision of Quivio, our complete business management system. All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And I'm so excited to talk more about this exciting acquisition and partnership that we have. So Rex, I'd love to kick it off with you. Let's start with your story. Why did you create WashMetrix, and what problem are you trying to solve for operators?
Thanks, Lanice. It's great to be here. Really fired up about being part of Sonny's Quivio. So we set out to create WashMetrix to help provide more value to operators to run a smarter wash operation. Our mission really started with a local client in DFW that had 3 sites as our first customer. His challenges was that he was using isolated systems to run his business. He had messy spreadsheets and reporting. His expenses were tracked in siloed systems like his QuickBooks application. He had reporting he had to dig into manually on his point of sale. We wanted to find a simple way to unify that information in one command station, one centralized reporting structure to help give him ways to make value-driven decisions based on data to run a more profitable car wash. We set out on a mission. Oh, go ahead. Shoot.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but so you're telling me that he didn't want to do Excel spreadsheets and combining a bunch of different numbers from reports and things like that at the end of the month?
Correct. So we studied the workflow, and for any multi-site operator, even a single site operator, or one that has over 50 to 100 sites, they have to collect data from the point of sale to get revenue and certain labor metrics. They had to then go set expenses in an accounting system like a QuickBooks or Sage or NetSuite. In some cases, they had a third party to track labor and payroll and timesheet information. So it was usually a very manual process to comb through running different reports from different systems at different periods of time. And our mission was to come say, how can we leverage software and data analytics to unify that information regardless of the back-end system, put all that information into one place to create a KPI framework that they can use to make data-driven decisions to help find ways to cut expenses, to optimize site operations, make more value out of their membership program, find ways to optimize their labor planning, and ultimately make sure they're making more profitability per wash, per location across their brand. And so we use this customer, our very first customer, to help study that workflow, saving them time, saving them money, allowing them to do more with less people, and automate and enhance their back office reporting structure so they can find ways to unlock more profitability.
Well, there's so much there that from an operator, formerly myself, that resonates with me. And I didn't have the joy of using your platform then because it wasn't around, but I do remember you guys talking about it and the conception and being really jazzed about this idea of making a holistic view of how the car wash is performing on multiple different levels. I want to ask you also, this platform quickly became very trusted in the industry. And what do you think drove that success to take this relatively new entrant and then have it be something that is a recognizable and trusted source and resource for operators?
So based on different clients, it has to either save them money or make them money. And in certain cases, clients were trying to build their own data warehouse. They were trying to hire people, buy software, a data warehouse, a front-end visualization tool, find ways to put all that together and code it out, host it. And in other cases, operators just wanted ways to find out which parts of their operation can they maximize, historical trends, ramping comparison periods, labor cost per car metrics they can analyze easily in one place. And so we found that certain clients, whether they have 1 to 5 sites, there's a client in Houston that has 5 sites, and he said, hey, I did my entire year-over-year review in 3 clicks with WashMetrix. I had all my data at my fingertips. I didn't have to crack one report or even log into my accounting system to track which site was the most profitable. In other cases, clients that have, multiple sites in multiple states. In this case, this customer had over 75 sites. Their back office, their chief accounting officer, chief financial officer were running up to 80 reports over 3 to 4 days, aggregating data from multiple places into a spreadsheet that they could use to help close their books. When we implemented WashMetrix for them, they found they cut that time 3 to 4 days into 2 hours and less. And so now they use that to standardize how they close out their end of month reporting on their financials. And then their district managers across the board were logging into one place that could answer everything about the operation without having to go dig across different systems. And so those 2 customer use cases just kind of helped us realize that, it will help save them time to manually collect and find data. It serves up insights without them having to go put work and time and investment into going to figure that out, and ultimately, allowing them to optimize their operations with data to back up those decisions rather than just straight instinct.
Eashwer, how excited, you've been at Sonny's for over a year, but what made you want to join, the world's largest equipment manufacturer? What drew you here?
No, thank you, Lenise. Excited to be here in this particular conversation. When it comes to software products, that's what I've done. That's what I've done across my career. And the vision and the promise of Quivio, what it brings to the customers, the value it provides, the digital thread that it weaves across the entire ecosystem of technologies that operators try to wrestle with, was phenomenal for me. That is what drew me to join Sonny's, to provide exceptional value in a way that had never been fathomed in the car wash industry. That's what drew me into it. So from that particular standpoint, the overall ecosystem, how we keep building on it, how we keep adding capabilities to it, and how we can provide those as tangible, quantifiable, definable values to a customer, to an operator.
It is very exciting. And just for the listeners here, could you give a quick snapshot of your experience prior to joining Sonny's last year?
Certainly. So I've had the opportunity to work across a few different verticals as well as few different genres of companies. I worked at startups to begin with for some time, building bank software. Had an opportunity to work at eBay and Hewlett-Packard for a few years, and had a stint at NASA for about a decade, working across several different exciting projects there. I went on to join General Electric, where I led many of their product development efforts around their industrial Internet of Things product lines. And I also worked at Rockwell Automation, bringing some new design software to life for programmable logical controllers, and then onwards to Sonny's. Again, it's been an exciting career. I've always been a product person. I've done several products which are version 1, understand what it means to bring a version 1 product to life, the gyrations that you go through, the emotions that you go through. I'm sure Rex and team have gone through that too. It's exciting. It's absolutely an exciting journey, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Well, we are very happy to have you as well. And I also, from my marketing hat, I'm very happy to have Sonny's and NASA in the same sentence there. So that's great. Okay, so thank you for sharing about that. I think it's really important, and it's exciting just to show how this this Quivio project, but this passion that we have for creating a unified system with all of this tech forward information that car wash operators have seen in pieces, but maybe not in this larger sense that we're building. But for Rex, from your point of view, what made you most excited about taking what you and your partners and your team have built with WashMetrix and then combining that with what you were hearing and learning about Quivio and the Sonny's technology vision?
You know, when you look at all the vendors in the space, there's only a couple of them that can probably pull off what is the vision for Quivio. And ever since we first entered the industry in 2022, we always thought Sonny's was, you know, the kind of the godfather of the car wash industry. And as we learn more about how they service their customer in different aspects, from service to parts to distribution to technology, you know, we always wanted to be a part of Sonny's and help add value to their customer base. So early on, when we were adding Sonny's point of sale clients, we knew and realized that they had the best support. They had the biggest R&D into creating value for their customers through software. And naturally, when we had the privilege to be part of Sonny's, you know, their scale and reach is unprecedented in the industry. Thousands and thousands of car wash locations that they service. You know, the end-to-end integration of building that kind of fully connected car wash ERP to follow the customer journey all the way through, and the owners really from maintenance to marketing to KPIs to financial reporting, that whole spectrum needs to be consolidated in one place. With the team to help back up that customer support in a first-class way. And so, you know, you look forward from now with all the AI projects that we have going on here at Sonny's and rolling out Quivio to the entire industry. It's going to be a total game changer to diagnose what's happening at the car wash now, why it happened at the location, and then eventually what will happen. I firmly believe that Sonny's has the team, people, and technology to help pull that off, and we're really excited about what will come next.
Well, thank you for that. We're super excited too. And Eashwer, I'm going to ask you a similar question. Like, what from your point of view, what about WashMetrix was special, or that really drew you to seeing that this helped accelerate the Sonny's technology roadmap and support our operators and in the existing infrastructure that's gone into building Quivio? How does this help?
So WashMetrix, you know, when you look at any technology that you want to integrate with, that you want to interplay with, it's a multi-dimensional rubric that you go through to determine fit, right? And WashMetrix was in a position where several of those rubrics just fit right in, like an absolute Tetris block, if you think about it, right? So what do I mean by that? Right? So when you look at the overall vision and roadmap of Quivio, it fit right in. When it came to integrating with third parties, whether it is integration with HR system, whether it's integration with accounting systems, those are aspects in our roadmap. And it accelerated that particular aspect of the Quivio suite of products. Secondly, when you think about how the product was built, the design philosophy, the approach to build, how it gets scaled was very, very aligned with how Sonny's was building Quivio, which is very important, you know, as to how you combine scale and provide more value. And then the most important aspect are the people. Right? We, you know, in Rex and team, we had a very talented set of individuals who had significant customer intimacy and software understanding that would boost and further amplify the Quivio team for us. So all of those came together very nicely. And when it comes to providing value to the operator, we're able to provide value to the operator from day one of this acquisition. It's not like we have to wait for some large time before some sort of a value-based product comes out of it. It's available today. So those are all the pieces that, to me, just sums it all up very nicely on this particular acquisition as to why it makes it so exciting.
I totally agree. So thank you both very much for sharing today. I was really personally excited as well to talk with both of you because I enjoy both of your companies so much and have learned a lot over the last years from you, Eashwer, and then Rex, us having known each other from just being around in the industry and being in the same geographic space. But this is a really exciting and a really neat time for the industry and for just what we can offer to our operator partners. So I want to thank you for sharing your perspective and thank you for joining us today to talk more about this. Quivio really is transforming the way that car wash operators run their business, and we're combining software, hardware, data into this powerful solution. And this is such a great example of how we're doing it. So to learn more about Quivio, you can request a demo at quivio.com, and we would be more than happy to walk you through any part of it and share information about it. Rex, I'm sure would be happy to give you a lovely demo and just, again, showcase all of the great features that are available now, and then keep speaking to the roadmap of continued offerings that we'll have in the future. So thank you both. I appreciate it. Any last thoughts as we wrap up?
It'd be a privilege to showcase what we have today with WashMetrix and what the future of Quivio will be. We're really excited to show the industry what we have, and it's going to be the most forward-leading technology platform to keep up with the reputation that Sonny's built since 1950. We're really excited to be a part of it and help add value to all of our customers.
Oh, thank you, Lenise, for organizing this. I think, one comment I want to make that in the past few years, Sonny's has made significant investment in software, right? And we continue to make that investment, continue to move the software needle forward. Granted, Sonny's typically known as a equipment company, equipment provider, but we also have had software and software-related products for over 10 years now. And our commitment to software, to technology, is further validated by this acquisition of WashMetrix, that we're here to provide value to customers. We'll continue to invest in technology, and the customers can trust us in continuing to doing so.
And that's a great closing point. The history of Sonny's as the known equipment manufacturer, this is a yes and. So yes, we are still that, and we are heavily investing in this. So we really are positioned to build out how we're the end-to-end provider and partner for car wash operators. So thank you guys very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I look forward to doing this again.